Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Today we have a top 10 list. I don't know, some people don't like top 10s, but you know, I enjoy them. I enjoy making them. It gets me to show a bunch of fragrances that I think suit a certain situation, and I enjoy them. So, okay, so these are fragrances out of my collection. Currently, I don't really class myself as a collector. I'm a consumer. I use them. So every year, things like lists like this and reviews and that do change because I run out of a fragrance. I don't rebuy so often, apart from my sort of top 10 favourites. Any other time I use a fragrance, I've enjoyed it, and I move on. So these can change yearly. So yeah, these are ones that I consider are good for this situation, and what are currently in my collection. Now, if I did another video, the same video in 2 years' time, I think probably half of these fragrances will probably be completely different. So anyway, I've got a couple of honourable mentions before we get on. So I didn't mention, although it's in the title, this is a top 10 fragrances, signature fragrances for men. So, and what would I class as signature? Well, probably something you could wear all year round to some degree, and you could use mostly for any occasion. You know, if you feel like putting on a fragrance, it would probably suit most things. We'll get into the honourable mentions, and first honourable mention is my little bottle of Acqua di Parma, if it will focus, Acqua di Parma Colonia. Now, this is the original one. Now, it's an honourable mention just due to the fact that this is a beautiful scent. It's fresh, it's clean, citrusy, all this stuff. But the sort of neroli and florals and all that in here, to some people can come across, I wouldn't say feminine, but right down the middle. So it's not, although it dries down a little more masculine. On when you first spray it, some people with that neroli and orange blossom and all that would consider it maybe right on unisex. And this is like a man's list, if you will. Most of them on here would suit more for men than straight down unisex. So that's the only reason why I've put it on here, and I want to make this list more for men and sort of more masculine scents. So first honourable mention. Second honourable mention is the first Hugo Boss. Again, if it'll focus, the first Hugo Boss. This is a limited edition bottle. Forget the bottle. The scent itself is the same. It's the original Hugo Boss bottled fragrance or juice inside. So just forget about the bottle for now. Boss bottled, an amazing. I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit. Amazing scent, real nice, but it's been pretty much everybody's signature scent back in the day when it was released at the mid 90s. So everybody's sort of smelt it. Everybody sort of, when they smell it, they probably know what it is. Everybody's uncle, dad, brother, whatever, has probably worn this at some point. So that's why it's an honourable mention. It's a cracking signature scent for somebody, but you just got to be aware that you may smell like most of the population by wearing it. So honourable mention number 2. And it wouldn't be a list without mentioning my personal signature scent. There's a Cerruti 1881. You can see here 1881, and this is the original juice, big 200ml bottle. So this is the scent that most of my family, friends, my daughter, they would all say that if they smelt this, they would say, "Oh, that smells of you." You know, this is the scent that they recognise me for. So this is definitely my honourable mention because of that. Just because it's my own. This easily could be top 5 fragrance for signature scents for the man. A nice fresh, citrusy, slightly floral, fougere, and a beautiful one. And it's been my sort of signature scent for quite a long time, since I first started fragrances. Well, no, when I first ever had fragrances, back when I was a sort of late teens, mid to late teens. I had a bottle of this and a bottle of Yellow Pomme. So those are my 2 really, and I've still got Yellow Pomme and I've still got this. So those are my sort of 2 signature scents, if you will. But this is the one that if people smell, they say it's me. So that's why it's honourable mention. So we'll get on with the list. There's some old school here. There's some slightly newer fragrances. So I think there's 1, maybe 2 niche. So we'll get on with the list. And so we'll get on with what I'm wearing today, actually. So we'll start at number 10, obviously, not really in any order. I'm just going to pick them out. I don't really like putting them in order anymore. I used to do it all the time. But first one, Hugo Boss number 1. And again, like I said, it's my scent of the day. Really nice, this one, especially today's juice. They've really toned down the sort of that pissy vibe, if you want to call it that. That urinal puck is how I will say it. That urinal puck smell has really been toned down. It's almost non-existent in modern juice, yet it still keeps the rest of the DNA of Hugo Boss number 1. It really does. But real nice. This one is not as heavy as it used to be. It's not as cloying as it used to be. It's not as urinal puck as it used to be. And I think it's better for it. It's easier to wear than the old school juice, and I prefer this one. I have had the old school juice before. I've worn this many bottles of this. Probably this is about my 3rd, maybe 4th. Over the years, I am like 43 years of age, so I've got through a fair amount of fragrances in my time. But this is so much easier to wear than it used to be, and definitely a classic, which is more wearable than it used to be. So Boss bottle number 1. Next up, it used to be again one that a lot of people wore, and this one, Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme. This one, real nice. It's this is the UK made in UK version. It's not the classic version. I actually prefer this. Not off the top. Off the top, it's a bit synthetic, but dries down really nice. It's got a mix of like citrus, a little powdery. It's got some spices in there. It's a bit of all sorts, but it comes off the skin really nice once it dries down. That sort of synthetic side tends to die off a little. This, I think it was again mid-90s when it came out, and a real good signature scent for anybody. It just suits most occasions. I think a lot of men have worn this over the years, and they have a bottle still somewhere in the house. I like Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme. I prefer this one, like I said, apart from the opening, which is a bit synthetic, but you know, you get over that. Alright, next one from the Guerlain house, and this more modern scent, this one, and we've got Ideal Man, or L'Homme Ideal, from Guerlain. This is the original Eau de Toilette with the black side. So I just took the sticker off, but it is Ideal Man. This one's got a nice, quite a seductive edge to it. A nice, it goes sort of fresh with some like orangey type citrus, but it backed with like a subtle suede leather. It's got a sweetness to it, a bit of spices. It's got a say alluring edge to it. And over the years, I've got through some bottles. I think this is my 3rd one, and it's getting low. But it could be a beautiful, alluring, sexy scent for a man, and a signature scent. If you're thinking of a sexy scent that you can wear all year round, I think that would be a good choice. Okay, next up, old school scent. This one, Oscar de la Renta Pour Louis. Easily could be a signature scent for someone. This is got an old school vibe, but it's like a green herbal scent. You know, similar to say something like Antaeus by Chanel, but I would say this isn't quite as dark. It's a bit easier to wear. It's a bit lighter, and it could suit an all year round wearer. So if you like the old school scents, it doesn't have anything like Hugo Boss, a bit of a Puck vibe, or anything too dark, or too much vetiver or too much patchouli. It doesn't got anything like that. It's more of a, like I say, a slightly lighter, more herbal sort of take to a cologne. And one is again today's juice, nice, easy to wear, classic cologne, and could be a good signature scent for a man right there. Okay, next, this one from Floris is number 89. A nice sophisticated scent. So if you're older gent, I would say 40 above, and for the most part, you wear even your time away from work. You always dress nice. You know, always got some sort of collared shirt on or something like that. This is a signature scent for you right here. Number 89 is what we'll call a classic fougere, barbershop kind of style. It's got some sharp citrus, some herbal notes, a little powdery. It definitely reminds me of like a barbershop style scent, but one that's a little more upper class. There's other the bits in it here that sort of ramp up the smell for something where you're dressed up a little more, or you're just a more mature man who wears that sort of clothes more than often. A great signature scent from Floris right there. Okay, so we've gone from a couple of old school to something much newer, and this one is one from Prada, and it is Prada Carbon. So I'll angle it there so you can see the carbon bit. This one, if you like the smell of the Eau Sauvage, but it comes across a little synthetic, a little sharp for your taste, especially with all that ambroxan and everything else that's in it. Take a look at this one. It's got a similar DNA, but it's cleaner, it's fresher. It doesn't have that sharp metallic side to it. It doesn't push off the skin quite as harshly as Dior Sauvage, but it has the same sort of DNA, and I actually prefer this than Dior. I don't mind Dior Sauvage, but it's a bit too much in the synthetic sort of sharp, pushy vibe to it. I know it gives me a bit of headache because of it. So this one is a good option if you want something like that, but a bit fresher and easier to wear. And that would be a great signature scent. I mean, Sauvage, if you're younger, be a good signature scent for you. But if you don't like that sharp synthetic edge to it, you want something smoother, fresher, Prada Carbon will be your thing if you still want that sort of DNA and a great signature scent. Next up, one from Hermes. This one being the Terre de Hermes. This particular one is the Eau de Toilette. You can have the Eau de Toilette or the Pure Parfum. Either one I think will do just as good. Pure Parfum, maybe a little richer, maybe slightly sweeter. But this Eau de Toilette is what I've got right now. The Eau de Toilette, very nice. It's like blood orange scent, but it's sort of masculine. It turns a little more masculine with a sort of a slightly dirty vetiver mix, but still keeping everything fresh. People say it's like a blood orange if it was rolling in the dirt. Well, sort of, but it's still a clean, fresh scent, and definitely it's something that a man could easily wear. Now, for the most part, most women never really compliment this. It's mostly men that actually really enjoy this. So if you're a man who wears something for you, which you should do, and you like this scent, then and you're not really bothered about impressing women, because most women are not, won't say they're not a fan of it, but it doesn't impress them like some of the others here on the list. that's a good option for you. Terre de Hermes, good quality, as it will always be from Hermes, and definitely good signature scent right there. Okay, next, definitely old school. You can just tell by the bottle for a start. This one from Paco Rabanne, and this one is Paco Rabanne Pour Homme. Again, if you like your barbershop style scents, this one green, slightly powdery, little citrusy on the top. We'll say definitely green, a little bit of sweetness in this one compared to some other barbershops. It's got like a honey note. I don't really get the honey, but it definitely adds a tiny little touch of like a sweetness to this. Definitely signature scent worthy if you like your barbershop style scents. Green barbershop style, beautiful stuff. And that's about my third, maybe fourth bottle. And yeah, it's definitely worth it. Okay, another classic scent. So if you notice a lot of the older classic scents that make really good signature scents, and this one is no different. This one is Bourgeron Pour Homme. I don't know if you'll see that. Bourgeron Pour Homme. This is the Eau de Toilette. The Eau de Toilette, nice sort of old school citrus start, fresh citruses, dries down something different but classy. So it starts with that old school citrus, bit of like a lemon verbena, and bright citruses, and then dries down to this very it's like a masculine, sophisticated, smooth scent. Really different from the opening. It really does dry down to something different, but beautiful signature scent for a man if you like your sort of older school citruses. But this it doesn't smell dated like a lot of old school citruses. This one is almost timeless, and it could be a signature scent for anybody throughout the years. And this is my second bottle and I'm literally finished it. I really do enjoy this one. This could easily be my number 2 for a signature scent. It really could. So Bourgeron Pour Homme Eau de Toilette. So last on the list, more modern scent, niche. You can get it at discounters, so you haven't got to pay retail for this. I think I purchased mine for like 65 or 70 pounds, something like that, when you get them on sale. And this one, Mancera Cidrat Brassoir, however, nice synthetic citruses, but done really well, sweetened up. Again, it's got cedar, yeah. It's got again like a vetiver, patchouli sort of side to it. More about the sweet citruses, but the backbone of this is quite masculine. So if you want a slightly sweet, citrusy, but masculine scent, and quite strong, it lasts on your skin pretty much all day on clothing, and this is a good signature scent. I mean, you can see how it could easily be a signature scent if I wanted something strong that'll last all day, throughout the winter, everything. This is probably what I would actually choose, because it smells good, it gets compliments. Not that I'm bothered about compliments, but it does. I get compliments from different women, certainly at work, where I'm around some women, and they always say, "Oh, you got that one on again, you smell great." Yeah, it's always this one. Most of the other scents, I don't get too much in the way of compliments. This one always does. So if you're into that, fine. But a good one that you could wear all year round, and for most occasion you're going to smell good in any situation. Women like it, so you can get on dates with this. You know, it smells nice casually, just walking around, people think, you just smell good. Yeah, it does a bit of everything, and that's what a good signature scent will do. So that is my fragrances for signature scent for this year. Again, these can change year on. So let me know in the comment section below what you think of the video and my choices out of my collection. Do you think these are a good selection of signature scents, or whatever you want to ask? Just leave a comment below, I'll answer if I can. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up and a subscribe right down there if you haven't already, and that would really help me out. and help you. Hopefully this has helped somebody and you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again soon on the next one.